Named unacceptable, crisis. Words used to describe child poverty in Cincinnati. Depending on the year, we have either the second or fourth worst rate in the entire United States. Both numbers are shameful. Child poverty has not received the attention it deserves until now. And tonight, Local 12 launches Childhood Poverty, Cincinnati's crisis. It's our long-term investigation into a problem that will likely take years to correct. Joe Webb shows you the stark reality many of our neighbors live every day.
Cincinnati has a lot going on. New business, new parks popping up around established arts and sports organizations. There is a circle of life that has thrived in this valley for centuries. That circle goes on every day. 22 babies are born here who will call Cincinnati home. There's no question that we live in a beautiful city, but it's a city with an ugly secret. Of the 22 children who are born here on a typical day, 9 of them will grow up in poverty. It's not just bad here, it's worse here than in almost any other city. In the 78 largest United States cities, Cincinnati is the fourth worst in childhood poverty, with 44.3% of children living below the poverty line. So what is the poverty line?
For a single individual, the federal poverty line is about $11,000. And for a family of 4, mom, dad, and 2 kids, it's $24,000.
Nearly half of the children in Cincinnati live in those households.
And you look at our child poverty rate, and you have to ask yourself, well, wait a minute, what's going on?
It's a nagging question that has been asked over and over for generations.
This poverty is here in Cincinnati.
In 1964, as the federal war on poverty was launched, Tall 12 Productions did a documentary on poverty and poor living conditions in Cincinnati. Author Peter Block was hired by President Johnson's poverty program.
So here we are 50 years later. So whatever we've been doing has all been done with compassion. Every little piece might demonstrate its success, but it hasn't worked.
In short, the numbers show the war on poverty was lost in Cincinnati. There are Cincinnati neighborhoods where the jobless rate is nearly half. Why? Well, there's no concrete answer, but the experts we spoke to point to a lot of causes.
Factors around housing, factors around transportation and transit.
They're poor because they have no economic vitality. The stores are empty. The grass is long.
We took our eye off the ball.
Cincinnati Mayor John Cranley said it bluntly at his State of the City address.
But we must be ashamed of our childhood poverty rate. Our great civic renewal will not be complete without lifting up those who do not choose the dire and desperate circumstances in which they live.
In America, nearly 8 of 10 newborns live to be 1 year old, but in 2 out of 3 Cincinnati neighborhoods, babies die at a higher rate. None of this is new, but it needs to be viewed with new eyes and a new focus. That's what Local 12 is committed to doing, shining a light on an issue that affects every man, woman, and child in greater Cincinnati.
It makes a difference to the entire community and to the suburbs, not just Cincinnati, but all of us. It is in our best interest that children are healthy and that they enjoy a quality of life that is that's better than just being poor.
Over the next few months, Local 12 will look at the root causes and potential solutions to childhood poverty. We are not looking for a Band-Aid and don't promise easy answers. That obviously doesn't work.
The point is that there are real reasons for poverty, and the good news is that there's real solutions.
Today, we launch our search for those solutions. We offer no promise other than a promise of commitment. This will be a clear-eyed examination of why a city that does so many things well fails its children like few other cities. Joe Webb, Local 12 News.
Our examination and search for answers to Cincinnati's childhood poverty problems continues with a series of reports at 6 o'clock during the next several weeks. And tune in tomorrow for John, Sheila, and Bob on Good Morning Cincinnati. Remember, from 7 until 9, Good Morning Cincinnati airs on Star 64. At 7, we will spend time discussing possible solutions with Councilwoman Yvette Simpson. And at 8, we'll be joined by Michelle Dillingham from Community Shares of Greater Cincinnati.